Yo, 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 what's good, folks? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world. This is Tyrus Bane. Welcome to the Definition of Anarchy channel, where today I'm going to talk about 700-pound statues in Juneteenth. All right, so let's talk about this. Well, what do you know? On Juneteenth, for Juneteenth, they unveiled a 700-pound statue of George Floyd. All right, a 700-pound statue of George Floyd. But not only that, your boy Joey B signed into law Juneteenth being a national holiday. Now, many people will ask, well, what have they been waiting for? This is great, right? Yeah, they finally celebrating nationally the freedom, of the last group of slaves in Galveston, Texas, right? Because that's what Juneteenth is based on. It's based on the day that, the last groups of slaves in the United States were finally told that they were free. All right. Because, they didn't have internet back then. They didn't have social media. They didn't have the internet. You understand what I'm saying? So it took them a while to find out. So until that time, they were definitely still getting it cracking in the fields. But now many people will think, oh, this is something to celebrate. This is a beautiful thing. Statues of George Floyd and, celebration of the freedom of black slaves. But that's just some surface bullshit, right? Let's take a look at that. That is some superficial bullshit. That's all it is, right? That's all it is. It's something to shut the black folks up, because Joey B, he don't want to do shit for black folks, right? He told you he had done enough for Negroes, right? That's what he told the Black Caucus people on that Zoom meeting. Told them, I've done enough for black people. I said Donald Trump was out of pocket for what he said about, the shit in fucking Virginia and Charleston. I did this, I did all, just no substance with the shit that he said he did, right? No substance at all. But that's supposed to be enough. He told you Negroes he did enough. Kamala Harris did an interview and said, I ain't about to do shit specifically for black people. I'll tell you what, we're going to get a tax credit. How about that? A tax credit that everybody can participate in, but nothing directly for you Negroes. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing directly for you Negroes. Even though all these other groups, the Asians, right? They got some laws passed for them, in favor of them, in regards to hate crimes, right? The Jays, they had some stuff cracking. Who else? The Japanese for the internment camp bullshit. Now that was wrong, putting them in internment camps during World War II. But that was what, for like a few months, maybe a couple years, as opposed to 400 years of enslavement. They got reparations, the Japanese, right? Laws passed for the Jays, also, anti-Semitic bills and all this other shit. But they will never do nothing for your black ass. Just believe that to retrieve that. Believe that to retrieve that. You know why? Because fuck you Negroes. For what? What do we care? We got all these illegal immigrants coming up here to replace your ass. We got Africans coming here to replace you. And guess what? The Africans, they don't get reparations from the United States because they weren't descendants of slaves in the United States. You see what's going on here? You Negroes are throwaways. You Negroes are throwaways. This is the reason behind all the division. The only reason they're doing this Juneteenth shit as a national holiday is because, here you go. Here's some crumbs. Here's a statue of George Floyd. There you go. Right? There you go. George Floyd of all people. Now, we all know what happened to George Floyd was incorrect. It was wrong, right? It was evil. It shouldn't have happened. But come on, a 700-pound statue, What is that supposed to do? What is a 700-pound statue going to do for the people? How is that going to help us? How is making Juneteenth a national holiday going to help us? What is that going to do for black people? How is that, or for anybody in this country? How is it going to move us forward? It's not. It's nice, right? It's nice. It was a good gesture. It was a nice gesture, right? If that was the intent, right? If the intent was to be genuinely, if the intent was genuine, like, to do something for black people, okay, right. You want to give us a day off. But guess what? It's not just black folks getting a day off. Everybody can get a day off on Juneteenth. So even then, even with the Juneteenth thing, it's still not specifically for black people. It doesn't say on Juneteenth, black people get $20,000 a piece. You know what I'm saying? It says on Juneteenth, you can take a motherfucking day off. That's all it does. Hell, they won't even pay for you to take off, right? If your job doesn't do it, if you don't get paid holidays, you think the government is going to give you a paid holiday? Hell no. Just take it off. Same thing with Martin Luther King's birthday, right? But see, this is the deal. This is what we're dealing with in this country, right? No substance behind what they're doing. Nothing to actually improve the lives of the people of this country. But there are things that they do to make you seem like they're improving your life, right? In reality, it's just not working like that. All right. So anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. And yeah, just sound off, man. What do y'all think about the Juneteenth national holiday? Do you think that it's a good thing? Do you think that it's going to improve the lives of black people? You think it's going to? You think it makes up for years and years and years and decades and decades and decades and centuries of slavery? Or do you think it's a slap in the motherfucking face? Because that's all it is. It's a slap in the face. Take that Juneteenth fucking national holiday and shove it up your ass. That's what I say about it. All right. Much love, and let's keep marching forward toward freedom, people.